And a most pleasant good day to everybody. Jewel here with you for J7409 weather. Today, of course, is the second day of July. How about that? Tuesday in the year of 2019. This is the GFS map you're looking at this morning. So what I want to do is turn it on before I get into too much stuff and let you see what exactly is going on throughout today and the next several days coming up, okay? We got severe thunderstorms, my friends, and heavy to excessive rainfall possible. That's going to be in parts of the northern plains, with showers and storms also extending eastward towards the Great Lakes. This hot, and humid conditions are likely to just keep right on building across the southeast and the mid-Atlantic. Now, we have a stationary frontal boundary. It's draped from the Great Lakes to the Central Rockies, and it's going to continue to be a focus for showers and thunderstorms through the next couple of days. Now, strong to severe thunderstorms are possible, along with locally heavy to excessive rainfall. The best chance for severe weather and heavy rainfall, however, should be across parts of the northern plains along a reinforcing cold front dropping into the region. Now, an upper-level trough situated over the western United States should keep conditions unsettled with temperatures near or below normal. We have a little pocket that's much cooler that's going to be right up in here. Everybody else is hot. Now, the increasing heat and humidity are likely for much of the eastern states through the rest of this week as this upper level ridge builds aloft. Daytime highs are forecast to be in the mid to upper 90s from the southeast to the mid-Atlantic, with heat indices making it feel even hotter. And when I say that, folks, I mean 100 to 105. Some places 115 to 117 is what it will feel like. Now, moisture rounding the ridge is going to also result in daily afternoon chances for showers and storms from the southern plains to the mid-Atlantic. Yesterday, I showed you what the rain should look like for the 4th of July. It was looking like, and it still may be, but I'm having a feeling our rain over around, especially over here where I live, right around in here, we may have a few more severe storms pop up. I'm not talking tornadoes, I hope not anyway, but maybe a little bit of wind and maybe a little bit of pea-sized hail with some of these storms as they pop up, because, folks, the humidity readings are off the chain. It is severely hot. Everything is ripe. If you have a thunderstorm pop up where you live, always keep that in the back of your head right now. It could turn into a severe thunderstorm. So just be aware of that, okay? And this is what the map's looking like for the next several days to come from the GFS. We got this that I've told you about and much more. I got to check on Hurricane Barbara for you, and I did some searching yesterday and looked around a couple of things and a couple of models, and some people are saying, oh, it's not going to bother Hawaii, and some people are saying, well, it might. Well, it all depends on which model you look at, okay? So I want to check that out this morning and see what it's looking like with you, along with some other things with the severe weather threats, exactly where they may be today, all coming up on. Now, here we have a look at Barbara. Wow, Barbara is a big storm, folks. Now, let's check it out right quick. This picture was taken this morning around 1:37 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, and they're going to start doing everything in Hawaii time, so it's going to look like it's off, but it's not. Now, the maximum sustained winds are 110 miles per hour. The minimum central pressure, 969 millibars. If you're tracking, located 12.0 north, 121.1 west, Barbara is currently moving west at 15 miles per hour. Now, when we look in the 5-day outlook, remember we had a system trailing right behind Barbara. Well, here's Barbara right here. Here's this other system right here now, disturbance 1. It's still an area of low pressure, but it is expected to form later this week several hundred miles southwest of the southern coast of Mexico. These environmental conditions are expected to be favorable for development of a tropical depression over the weekend, while the system moves westward to west-northwestward at about 15. 2 days, 0 chance. 5 days, 70% chance. And this is looking now, as you can see, in the eastern Pacific. We'll go over to the central Pacific right quick. And as it pops up, you can see Barbara is right there. There's Hawaii right there. And it's saying the very same things I just told you. So, what's going on with Barbara? Currently this morning, there are no coastal watches or warnings in effect for Barbara, and it's looking like the maximum sustained winds have increased to near 110 miles per hour. That's 175 knots, folks, with higher gusts. Now, additional strengthening is forecast during the next day or two. I would not be surprised if Barbara, I know she'll probably reach Category 3. It wouldn't surprise me at all if she reaches Category 4. But then, hopefully, she'll die out. Now, weakening is likely to begin by tomorrow and continue into Thursday. Hurricane force winds right now extend outward up to 25 miles from the center, and tropical storm force winds extend outward up to 185 miles. Now, hazards affecting land at this time, there aren't any. There's none. The next advisory will come out Hawaii Standard Time. I told you they'll change the time on it. It's getting over in the Central Pacific. Should be around 5 a.m. this morning. Now we're looking at the European model. Here we have the islands of Hawaii. Hawaii. All the islands of Hawaii right here. Here is Barbara. Here is a system that's right on the tail of Barbara. That may be forming pretty soon. Look at all the trailing little pockets of cells. My goodness, this is Barbara right here. And this is this morning, okay? So we'll go to this afternoon around 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And once in daylight time, it's set on my model I have set for me. You can see how Barbara is moving. I'm thinking now Barbara is going to increase. So let's move up to the 4th of July around lunchtime. See where Barbara goes. Barbara looks like she's still pretty healthy right in the middle there. She could be dying down just a little bit. I've got this set on rain and thunder. Let's go to wind because I think we'll be able to tell more about it. There you go. And you can see this is trying to get itself together too by the middle of the week. Here we go. Watch some of the winds in Barbara now. This is just sustained winds, 51. So maybe Barbara is down to a tropical storm. That would be a wonderful thing. When I checked this out yesterday, it looked like Barbara may hit a lot of the islands, not directly hit, but be around a lot of the islands. So let's just move it on up some now. And I'm going to go to Sunday, the 7th. And let's see where Barbara is. Barbara is fizzling out. Here's the other system that is building now right behind Barbara by Sunday. But Barbara's fizzling out. Let's see if the wind gusts are looking like they'll do anything. Yeah, she's still got some probably. Let's see if she's still a tropical storm with gust. 44. So she's still a tropical storm. And with regular sustained winds, let's see what we got going on here. Not too bad at all. She may have 31. Well, that's not quite tropical storm strength. So she does have Sunday right now. Of course, this can change, as we all know. She has tropical storm force gust winds, but she's probably not a tropical storm. We'll have to wait and see. So I'm going to scoot this on along now right quick. This is 8 a.m. Monday Eastern Standard Time, not Hawaii time. We'll move to 6 to 7 p.m. on Monday night, and now you can see the winds are starting to affect the islands of Hawaii. What about rain? Let's see what the rain's looking like. And the other system that's behind Barbara is beginning to get stronger. Now, Hawaii, we may really need to look out for this system here. Barbara has fizzled out, though. Barbara's just bringing probably some beach erosion. You may have some strong gusty winds now and then, but the winds should not be a big problem for you guys. You should be able to handle it, but that's what it's looking like. Of course, I can't emphasize enough, this could change. By Tuesday at 11 a.m., Barbara has passed on by, bringing everybody some rain, probably some beach erosion. The waves may get a little bit high at times, but nothing that you're not used to, and you could have a few gusty winds now and then. But the other system now looks like it may have hopped up to the north a little bit. We'll move over to around 9 to 10 p.m. on Tuesday, the 9th night. This is what this is looking like for the system number 2 over here, and Barbara exits Hawaii Islands. That's what Barbara is looking like now, and this is your tropical update. Nothing in the Atlantic going on, and I will keep my eyes on everything, folks, so don't worry. If I see something, I'll be sure and talk about it. You know that. Now, as we check out the severe weather that may happen today, look at all the green. Rain, rain, rain. Splash and dash and pop-up showers for a large portion of the U.S., but it's looking like that the severe storms with large hail and damaging winds are going to be possible this afternoon and to this evening from the northern Rockies into the northern plains. Now, the northern Rockies into the northern plains, this is what it's looking like, okay? Large hail and localized downburst winds. Those downburst winds will be the primary threat for the first couple of hours during the afternoon storms when they initiate. Now, with time, though, some upscale growth is possible this evening, potentially spreading some severe wind risk into the central Dakotas for later tonight. And further west instability is going to be weaker, too, across the higher terrain of the northern Rockies, but still significant to support multiple rounds of convection as this upper trough moves eastward. And the strongest storms in this region will be capable of localized severe winds and maybe some hail. When we get over to the Great Lakes and to the Ohio Valley and Pennsylvania area, it's looking like, with the modest heating and everything else, storm organization, it may be a little bit limited because you guys have some shear, effective shear going on. However, though, some localized enhancement to the shear will be possible near any small-scale vorticity that's going across the region. And damaging winds should be the primary threat for you guys. Now, a vorticity maximum and attendant strong northwesterly jets going to move across northern New England today, and modest destabilization across the central and eastern parts of Maine will allow for scattered thunderstorm development by early afternoon along this east of the surface that's coming through, and it's a weak surface trough. Effective shear will support some storm organization with the threat of some damaging wind here and there in some of these storms, and maybe some hail. And as we look over into Nebraska, into Ohio, we've got some effective shear. It's going to be weak, though, and the storm should generally remain disorganized, but moderate to strong buoyancy with some other values added in is going to support this threat of isolated wet microbursts. And when those happen, you think it is a bad storm when the microbursts come down. You get wind, you get hail, you get damage sometimes, and this should be during the late afternoon into the early evening for the severe weather. Now when we go over and we check on some more things, here we go with the tornado threats, mainly in North and South Dakota. For the hail outlook, you see where that's at. That's Montana, Wyoming, North and South Dakota for the most part. I want to make sure this didn't skip. It did. Here's your wind threat. Biggest threat. Same areas. Montana, Wyoming, North and South Dakota. We have a little bit of a wind threat as I was explaining and what was going on at 5% all the way up to Maine and across portions of western New York, Pennsylvania, Ohio, lower Michigan, northern Indiana, northern Illinois, southern Wisconsin, a lot of the state of Iowa, and a little bit of eastern Nebraska. So there is your hail chance again. And here are the thunderstorms popping up all the way down south, looking like you guys in the Gulf. These are offshore. You do have that 10% chance they could move inland, as they look like they are going to right here. And as the day goes on, the heat builds up. You see what happens. More thunderstorms happen. And by late this evening and early evening, we got a 70% chance, big old 70% chance of severe thunderstorms happening all the way from Colorado up to Minnesota, going right across Nebraska, as you can see, and in Montana. Florida, mid portions of Florida have a 40% chance of some severe thunderstorms, along with western Kentucky, southern Illinois, and southern Indiana. You got a 40% chance, along with Arkansas and parts of Texas. So this is what the severe weather is looking like today. Please stay safe, my friends. If you see something come up in your area, make sure you have a safe place to go to if one of these storms turn into a severe thunderstorm for you. With all that said and done, have a good day, a safe day, a blessed day. I thank each and every one of you for everything you do for me. I thank you for just watching and sharing this information. It's important. If you have friends and family anywhere that may have some of the severe weather, or maybe you have friends or family over in Hawaii, make sure you check on them too with all these storms that's going to be headed that way. Share this information with them. Let them know what's going on. Peace, love, and kindness to each of you. I love you so much. Thank you so much for watching.